What's up, y'all? I'm Rachel, realtor and resident living here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. If you are living in Tennessee or you're going to be moving to Tennessee and you're going to be purchasing a new construction home, or even if you're just thinking about purchasing a new construction home, in 10 minutes you will have all the tools, all the knowledge that you need to decide what to do from here. The first place to start is with location. What area are you going to be looking in? And I recommend narrowing down your search area to at least the city or the county that you want to be living in. Another way that you might search for your home is by your work or some place that you want to be at least 30 minutes within. And you can check out tons of other videos and playlists on my channel that highlight the different areas across our state and region. Next, after you know the location in Tennessee that you want to be living in, now it's time to decide, do you want to take all the research, paperwork, and builder communications all on yourself? Now, taking all this on yourself, it's not going to net you a discount on the home. However, it could hurt you if you don't understand the legality of the paperwork that you're signing. The agent that is working at the builder's model home, that is the builder's agent. While all of us realtors are required by law to be open and honest to all parties in a transaction, you have to understand that the builder's agent represents the builder's interests, and that's where their loyalties ultimately lie. If you happen to be a lawyer or a real estate agent in another state and you're moving to Tennessee, you could possibly take on all of this yourself and understand exactly what is going on. However, most people should want buyer's agent representation. You need to have that person in your corner, and remember that the seller pays our fees in most cases. So it's not costing you any more than you would already be paying. Next up, your buyer's agent is going to go over the entire process with you. That way you know exactly what to expect. They're going to compile a list of your needs and also your wants. That way, they'll be able to show you different builders, floor plans, and communities that would fit your needs and your budget, or at least 85% of those needs is a good goal to strive for. Because even in a brand new home, there's always going to be something that you wish could be just a little bit different. That's totally normal, and I want you to go ahead and expect that feeling now. Quick digression. So what should you expect from most builders? Most builders nowadays, especially the larger builders, they're building spec homes. That means that they have chosen a floor plan and a site for the home to be built on already. They've already worked with a design team to pick out all the cabinets, countertops, and finishes for the home. Most spec homes nowadays that I'm noticing, they tend to go under contract within about 30 to 90 days prior to their completion. So if your time frame is 1 to 3 months that you need to be in a home, you'll definitely be looking at a spec home. Now, in some cases, and especially if your time frame is 6 months out or longer, the builder could offer what's called a pre-sale, in which you get to pick out the floor plan, the lot that the home will be built on, in some cases, and also the finishes of the home, like the countertops, the flooring, etc. So if the latter is something that you prefer, where you get to pick out all the finishes, then you definitely want to look with a builder that has some pre-sales available for you to pick those out. Now, in most cases, you can expect your time frame to be about 6 to 9 months for a pre-sale like this. And I want you to note that on these pre-sales, you can expect to pay for anything that's considered to be an upgrade. That can be within the home, but also on the lot itself. If it's on a larger lot or a corner lot, for example, you're going to pay a little bit more for that. The next step is exploring the options that you and your buyer's agent have come up with based on what you like in a community, floor plan, house, location, etc., and that aligns with your timeline and your budget. Your agent is going to call around to different builders and see who has different lots available that would meet their client's needs. Now, if you're flexible, that's awesome. It's good to be flexible, really, in this situation, or at least be open-minded. However, if you need to sell your home, know that you will need to have your home under contract with a buyer for the home that you're selling within 30 days of the expected completion of the home, the new construction home. And that's just what the majority of builders will require. During this step, you'll find out what the builder's process is, as most new construction purchase agreements will be written on a builder's contract. So on existing homes, we use the Tennessee Association of Realtors contract that protects the buyer and seller in a transaction about equally. Builders contracts, however, they are going to favor the seller. So it's super important to have your buyer's agent, and especially if you decide to do all this yourself, at minimum, have an attorney review it with you, not just the builder's agent. Other questions that I want to know: what's the deposit? Is that deposit non-refundable in some cases? What are your current incentives? What does your builder's warranty cover? Do you provide a refrigerator? The expectation you should have is that most builders are not going to provide a refrigerator. They may provide a microwave, and they will definitely provide a range and a dishwasher. And make sure to ask your builder's agent about the punch list or the blue tape walk that will happen prior to the final walkthrough and closing on your new construction home. There is one national builder in our area. I'm not even going to name their name, but if you've looked at new construction in Tennessee, you've definitely seen their ads, and their floor plans are really, I love their floor plans. That's about the one positive thing that I can say about them. However, this major national builder does not advertise that they won't allow their buyer's agent to attend the blue tape walkthrough. They actually have it performed by a third-party inspection group because you don't want to do all that work. However, when a builder makes my job more difficult, whereas every other builder is more than happy to work with the buyer's agent, I wonder what that builder is trying to hide. That's all I'm going to say about that. Whenever you come across major national builders, you can look extensively online for their reputation, and also work with your realtor to see what kind of reputation does this builder have in the area. I'm not going to do videos disparaging builders because that's just not a good business practice, but if a buyer comes to me and needs my help, I'm 100% going to tell them my experience that I've worked with builders in our area. If you've learned anything at all yet, do me a favor and like and subscribe to this video so that lets me know that you want to see more content like this, and it tells YouTube that you want to see more of my videos. And I want to say thank you so much for every single like and subscribe. Okay, so the next step is actually finally going under contract on that new construction home. And remember, as I stated, you're going to usually sign a builder's contract for this. So it's important to not only understand what's in the contract, but also what are they asking of you as their client. You are more than entitled to understand what's going on in the build process. However, most builders, I think every builder, is going to require that you not show up to the build site unannounced. Coming to check on the build site, that's totally understandable and okay. However, you just kind of need to set it up first. As a buyer's agent, my client will call me. I'll set up a time with the builder's agent. Sundays are usually very convenient because most builders are not working on Sunday unless they've had a really poor weather week and then Sunday just turns out to be a pretty day. In that case, they might get out and work on a Sunday. And the reason that we don't want to show up to the builder's site unannounced is that, one, we don't want to interrupt progress, and two, it creates an unnecessary safety risk. And if you do happen to catch a mistake, don't let it get under your skin. This is totally normal. We'll bring it to my attention. I can send it to the builder's agent, and then they will let the project manager know, and it will be fixed before you close on your home. As you're under contract on your new construction home, remember that if you have a house to sell, you need to have your home listed as you're going under contract on the new construction home. And then most builders are going to require that you're under contract on the home you're selling with a buyer for your home that you're selling 30 days prior to the date that you close on your new construction home. Now, if for some reason this can't happen, work with the builder because they may work with you on a case-by-case basis, or they could choose to move on to a buyer that is able to proceed at that time. And if you do have a home that you're selling while you are purchasing a new construction home in Tennessee, just make sure to keep your agent up to date on everything that's going on. Did the inspection happen? Did the appraisal happen? Did those pass? Etc. The last step before moving into your new construction home will be 2 walkthroughs and then closing on the paperwork. So you'll have a builder's punch list or blue tape walk where the project manager, builder's agent, buyer's agent, and you all get to walk through the house and mark with blue tape all the things that need to be fixed prior to the final walkthrough. If you choose to have your own inspection, and I recommend that you do, your home inspection by your third-party inspector will occur usually about 2 to 3 days before the blue tape walk. sometimes up to just a day before, but you want to make sure that the inspector can get that report back to you in time, so usually at least 2 days. Once you get that inspection report back, you will have some things in mind that you can ask the builder to fix. And then you attend the blue tape walk and you will find even more drywall and paint imperfections that you can mark all the way up with blue tape. Someone asked me one time, are the buyers of new construction homes allowed to attend the city inspections? Unfortunately, no, you are not, and I don't even attend these city inspections. Those city inspections, they're between the project manager and the city. And you probably won't even hear if something gets failed on one of those unless somehow it delays your closing. If a city inspection delays your closing, it could signal a lack of poor planning and scheduling on the part of the builder and project manager, because these city inspections should have already occurred and passed prior to your own inspection and blue tape walk. Final walk is usually 3 to 5 days after your blue tape walk. That allows the builder time to fix all of those things that you marked with blue tape. Anything not fixed needs to be documented, and that's totally normal for there to be a small list of things that still need to be fixed, sometimes 30 to 60 days after your move-in date. Just get all those documented and sign on it. From there, you can sign on your closing documents either at an attorney's office or a title closing office, and you'll either get keys right there at the title company or coordinate with your buyer's agent. And there may be some slight variations from builder to builder, so keep that in mind as you're doing your research. And whether you are already living in Tennessee or you're planning to move to Tennessee, I'm sure that you'll find something helpful in either of the 2 videos that pops up next. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel, and I will see you at the next video.